Hello and welcome! This character profile video is for the class Gladiator, and what you'll see is all of his skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, his skill combos, enhancements, player card, and a gameplay video. So, without further ado, I give you the class Gladiator. Here we go. And welcome to the Skills Slide. If you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce the interface. On the left hand side is all of his skills. On the far right side is all the specials that go with those skills. The column charges is how many times you can use the skill. Then hits is how many times the skill will hit a creature or opponent in the world. And damage-PVE is the highest percentage damage that skill will do against a creature in the world. And damage-PVP is the highest percentage damage that skill will do against another player's character. And of course, you have the passive at the bottom. So a few things to tell you. First of all, in the special section, you'll see the word super armor colored in red. At the bottom left corner is the legend. It just means that doesn't work when you go into arena. Everywhere else in the game, it will work, just not in arena. And yes, the passive is pretty long, and I hope you can read it well, so don't worry. When we get to the PvP slide, I will explain the passive and show you how it works. So for the moment, take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the top 8 PvE skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvE slide. What I've done is I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVE, from the highest percentage at the top all the way down to the lowest. And it looks like Scars of Dusk is your highest damaging skill. So first thing I'd like to say is, oh my gosh, if you have been playing this game for a while and looking at these percentages, this guy is beefed up. He's got 3 skills that are over 2k, and he's got almost 4 skills that are over 1k or 1000% damage. That is pretty darn strong. I believe it's right up there with all the others that can definitely do some damage in PvE. So he would be a good choice for boss battles for sure. So the only other thing to tell you is I didn't cover what the red words in the skills column mean. That just means they're connected to the passive, and yes, we will go over what the passive is in the next slide. So take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we'll go over the top 8 PvP skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. We have a lot to cover on this slide, so let's go ahead and knock out the basics. I have taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVP, from the highest percentage at the top all the way down to the lowest at the bottom. And Scars of Dusk remains your highest percentage skill. So the next thing is everyone who does PvP always wants to know what skill has super armor that I can use in arena as well as the rest of the outside game world. I don't want to switch back and forth between what I can and can't use, so the answer is you have 3 skills. You have Piercing Spear, you have Charging Thrust, and you also have Takedown. Now, as far as the highest percentage damage, it would be Piercing Spear. So it is up to you on which one you would choose. Just know that as soon as you use one that has super armor and you get it on you, then you should be going right into your heavy hitting skills like Scars of Dusk, Ground Smash, Deep Thrust, and Spinning Slash. All of them are well over 1k and will definitely do some good damage for you. And then once you're done, go back to the one that had the super armor to refresh it and use that skill again. So now that we've covered that, let's go into the passive. First things first, I want to read what it says, how to activate the passive to you. It says using your shield block button activates your passive with effects and applies strong principle for 15 seconds. Now the passive is called strong principle, and what I'm going to do is real quick, like I'm going to cut to a still image of gameplay and just touch on where the shield block button is when you are in gameplay. So let me pull that up. Here we go. And here we go. This is a screenshot of gameplay, and as you can see on the right hand side where it says shield block, tried to make it stand out. That button is what you would use for your passive. So using your shield block button activates your passive with effects and applies the strong principle for 15 seconds. So the way that works is you tap on it, he'll bring out his shield and he'll block everything that he can. And he'll stay that way until you tap that shield block button again, where he returns back to attack mode. There is no nothing you need to, no charges, no mana or anything to use it. You can use it as many times as you like, or when it looks like you need to, especially in boss battles. So now that you understand where it's at and how it works, let us return back to the PvP slide. Here we go. And welcome back. So let's go ahead and now look at what you get when you use your shield block button and strong principle is activated. So I'm reading the big details in the special section. So when you use your shield block, the effect is MP recovery plus 10, enemies in front deal minus 10% damage to adventurers for 15 seconds, and enemies in front receive plus 10% damage from adventurers for 15 seconds. So if you're in one of those guild events, or when you join Battle of the Sun and you're trying to knock down the enemy boss for your team, this really helps. Get in that guy's face, let him hit you, let you block, and now everyone benefits. He'll take more damage and less damage to you. So this is a good use for this. Now, when you have the strong principle activated for 15 seconds, it decreases PvP damage by 20%. Shield block or skill use reduces the cooldown of the following skills: Shield Charge, Spinning Slash, and Scars of Dusk by 2 seconds, and the skill Charging Thrust by 5 seconds. Let's see, it also damage against monsters is up 15%. So when your strong principle is activated, this is really good when you're trying to knock down any monster, and that's another guild event right there. I believe they're considered monsters, or maybe that's just regular mobs out there. Now, if you need this passive, or excuse me, the strong principle to be activated right away, here we go. Auto activation of strong principle. Use the skills Shield Charge and Ground Smash. So what we're going to do now is cut to a video where we show you what the passive looks like and what the shield block effect looks like as well, so you can know what to expect. So let me go ahead and fire that up for you. Here we go. And here we go. Nice close-up of our Gladiator. So we're just going to zoom out. We're going to mess with these two guys in the background. And these two skills are the auto activating ones, which is shield charge and ground smash. And that is what your passive looks like when it's active. See the red? We had to take him out. He was getting too close. So it looks like embers or fire that's within you that's radiating out. So that's when you know that strong principle is active. And these other two skills don't auto-activate it, as you can see. So it's just skills. These two are the ones you want to use. So what we're going to do now is show you the shield block effect and tap on the shield block. So there we go, and that is what it looks like. Can't miss it. A big shield that just appears in front. You see he's guarding, and you are free to attack. Let's go ahead and attack them. And poor guys. And once again, the passive strong principle is active for 15 seconds. So let's go ahead and return to the PvP slide. Here we go. And welcome back. So now you know what the passive is all about and how it works, and the two features of your passive, which is the shield block that you can tap on and off, and strong principle, and when that's active, the embers inside come out. So take a moment to that is the reason why I colored them red in the skills column, ground smash and shield charge, because those are the ones, once again, that auto activate your passive. So take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we're going to move on to the skill combo slide. Here we go. And welcome to the skill combo slide. So before we tell you how this works, let us tell you where you can find it. So if you're in the game and you bring up the pause menu or the menu, and you go all the way over to the right where it says skills, and you tap on that, and now you're on the skills screen, and then you go to the middle and down, and you'll see an icon it looks like a magnifying glass with a circle around it, and of course it says skill combos to the right of it. You tap on that and you bring this up, the list of skill combos. Now I must admit, out of every character I've ever done a video on, this guy is the reigning champion of having the most skill combos for you to enjoy. I mean, look at this. So I'd recommend, if you're playing this game on an emulator, you can have this on another monitor, or if you're playing it on your phone, maybe print this out and have it next to you to practice if you are just not sure what kind of combos you can do with the Gladiator. And to give you an example of how this works, well, let us tell you how it works first, and then we'll go to the example. On the left-hand side, in blue, is the skill that Pearl Abyss recommends you start with. So if we look at the top left corner, where it says Heavy Strike, so you would use that skill, and then it chains into the next one they recommend, which is in gray, which is Spinning Slash. And as you can see, right below it is Spinning Slash, and it goes right back into Heavy Strike. So you can do a two-hit combo and as much as you like, Heavy Strike to Spinning Slash and so on, until you feel comfortable. Now I was looking at this and I see a 4-hit combo that you can do. If you see where Spinning Slash is and go all the way down to where it says Ground Smash, you start with that, and they recommend you chain it into Scars of Dusk, and then look on the right hand side where it's Scars of Dusk in blue. So you already did Scars of Dusk, and it chains into Heavy Strike. And then at the top left corner, Heavy Strike goes to Spinning Slash, and Spinning Slash just loops back into Heavy Strike. So it is a 4, maybe 5-hit combo. So once again, Ground Smash, Scars of Dusk, Heavy Strike, spinning slash, that's 4, and then it can loop as much as it wants, or as much as you want. So this is how this skill combo screen or slide works. So take a moment to look at everything, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the enhancement slide. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancement slide. If you are new to the enhancement slide, allow me to introduce the interface. On the left hand side is all of his skills. On the far right side is all of the branch damage connected to those skills. And then in the middle is 4 columns. The first one, second, and fourth are things that help your gladiator. The third column is things that affect the creature or player's character you are fighting. So that's the general layout. Let's go ahead and knock out a few things on this slide. The Super A or Super Armor in red, you already know that doesn't apply in Arena. And if you look at Ground Smash and go all the way over to the 4th column, you'll see that the word heal is colored differently. This just means that it doesn't apply in Path of Glory. So when you unlock this enhancement, he will heal himself every time you use Ground Smash, just not in Path of Glory. And since I brought that up, let me talk about that too. All of these enhancements need to be unlocked. When you're on the skills screen and you're looking at a skill, just tap on one and you see the circles off to the left and then the main icon in the center for that skill. Those circles surrounded are enhancements. So when you tap on one, you can see what it's about, and if it just needs silver to unlock, or if there's a red number next to it and you need to increase the level for that skill to unlock the enhancement. So how you do that is you fight creatures in the world of Elion, or you acquire treasure chests in the world of Hadum, and you'll get these books. They're skill books, and you pay silver to learn it, and you increase the level for the skills you have. Now it's random on what books you get. There's no place you go to get a specific book. It just drops randomly. But when you achieve the level that you need, then again, you pay the silver, unlock the enhancement, and congratulations, you're making your gladiator stronger. So that's how this works. So take a moment to look at everything, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card. It is like a baseball card. It is all of the slides you previously saw, except there's something new in this one. So let me go ahead and introduce the interface. At the very top is the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommended, and to the right of that is something new. It's called Immobilization. Anytime a skill knocks your opponent or creature you're fighting down on the ground so they have to get back up, that is an immobilization. So if you have one, it is colored in green, and then to the right of that is how many of those do you have. And it looks like Shield Charge is your highest immobilization skill with 2. And as you can visually see, that Gladiator has a lot of them. Just almost all of them has an immobilization, but it's not possible since Blade Strike, they chose not to give him one there, but Battle Cry is his heal, so that'll never have one. But to my surprise, his basic attack, Sword Mastery, has an immobilization. If you look right below where it says Sword Mastery, it's like the 3rd one from the bottom, and all the way over you have a chance for a shield attack and knock back on the last hit. There you have it. And then, as you know, below the skills is the enhancements we just talked about. and below that is the legend, so you know what's not applied in Path of Glory and not applied in Arena. And if you were wondering what forward guard and super armor means, this is where the definition is. So let me read that to you. Forward guard, this means that incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. The way this works is if there's an opponent in front of you, or in front, to the right or left, and you are using a skill that has forward guard, like say shield charge, it has forward guard. If they're trying to attack you, the damage will be either 0 or heavily reduced. But if they get behind you or anywhere behind you, then the damage will be normal. So that's how forward guard works. Now, super armor, this means that incoming damage will be reduced, and the effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. We don't know what that duration is, and Pearl Abyss will never tell us what that duration is. Otherwise, there could be an exploit, and you just be waiting until, yep, his super armor's out. I'll attack him now. So we just can't have that. So take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, the music is gonna change, and we're gonna move into the gameplay video where we show you what the Gladiator can do. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. Before we get started, let us show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we are at Kron Castle entrance, and we're here because, well, their CP is that much, and our CP is this much down here at the bottom left corner. It'll be just fine. The way this works is we will use our auto path to go to where we always fight, and we'll have them fight for about 2 or 3 minutes, at which time we will go back to town. I'll give my outro and say thank you. So without further ado, I give you the class Gladiator. Here we go. It looks like he's about ready to head back to town. Here we go. While the loading screen comes up, allow me to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, let people know I am always making more videos, and there are many more videos to do. So what we're going to do now is just zoom in on our gladiator, put him in a really good pose. And yes, I made him look extra creepy. Why not? So let's give him a good wave. And once again, thank you so much. You have yourself a great night. Take care. Bye now.